You probably took some big losses.
I did. And it left me in debt. Big time.
Because there's some aesthetic professionals right now that are practicing under the table because they scared to take that big leap.
You know, sales were good one month, and then the next following month or quarter, the sales were not too great.
How are you doing today? I want to welcome you to the Content Aesthetic Show, where we take different aesthetic professionals, different med spa owners, and allow them to share their stories so they can inspire you in a major way. And on today's episode, we have Iysha Wedderburn. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How about yourself?
I am blessed. I cannot complain. So I want to know, what is that thing that you do to make a difference in your community with your business?
That's a great question. So what I do in my community to make a difference is I like to educate. I like to go into the community and educate, especially our teens. Because a lot of our teens don't understand the concept of the basics of skincare. And a lot comes with that, comes with their diet, comes with showing them the proper way of how to clean their skin. So I volunteer my time going to different community events to educate not only women, but young teen females, but also young teen males as well.
Why is it important for you to do that?
It's my assignment. It's my assignment to educate our younger generation and both adults as well, because I strongly feel that it's something that's on me, that God is telling me that it's one of my big assignments.
I love that. And for me growing up, I'm from the projects, right? My mama didn't do nothing but tell us to put water and soap on our skin. So we didn't have nobody like you to come and say, hey, this is how we take care of our skin. You know, and a lot of teens at that time was dealing with, acne and breakouts and people laughing at us, call you Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer because you got a bump on your nose. So I think that's a big thing, because what happens is us as kids, the stuff that people say to us impact us still as adults.
Absolutely.
And so I think that is big, right? So what made you get into the aesthetic world?
It's always been in me, because growing up, my parents were in multi-level marketing. Mm-hmm. My parents sold everything from Avon, Tupperware, Dick Gregory. I know you guys haven't heard that one in a long time. So they were always into these multi-level marketing companies. So both of my parents at one point sold Mary Kay as a husband and wife team. So growing up, my mom would be preparing for the Mary Kay parties, and I would go and help set up the little trays. So as a young child, I knew what a cleanser was, which where it's supposed to go on the tray, the steps, a cleanser, a moisturizer, and exfoliation. So growing up young, I've always was educated about skincare.
That's different, right? And so having both your parents as entrepreneurs, how did that impact your life as an entrepreneur?
I feel as though it was preparing me. It was setting me up to be an entrepreneur, because at the same time, I did see the downfalls of it with my parents doing multi-level marketing. Yeah. I saw them, sales were good one month, and then the next following month or quarter, the sales were not too great. They would struggle at times with acquiring new clients to their business. I saw that side of it as well. I saw the side of it that people didn't believe in them. They saw them coming with a different company they would roll with, and it's like, here they go again. They lost friends. At times, people stopped speaking to them because they knew when they saw my parents coming that they were going to pitch them on some type of a business. So they didn't want to be bothered. So I saw that side where my parents lost a lot of people trying to be an entrepreneur just to take care of their family.
That's big, but it didn't scare you away from entrepreneurship. Why?
It did not. It did not scare me away because I was, like I said, I was immune to it.
Yeah.
However, I did not know that there was downfalls to it as well.
So what was that first major downfall for you in your business?
Major downfall was not knowing the behind scenes of it. When I say that, I mean like knowing why I needed an LLC, why it was important to have a trademark, why was it important to have a mentor, why it was important to, you have to read books, have your taxes in order, have your insurance in order. I didn't know that side of it. I had to learn by trial and error.
And how was that for you? Like, when you started your LLC, you was like, was that a big moment for you? Was you proud? Was you excited? And then you realized like, oh, now I gotta go run the business.
Yeah, yes, I was really excited and I was proud.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I always felt there was something else that I had to do. There was other steps. I wasn't sure if the steps that I was taking to form my LLC, if that was correct. You have to have your business bank account. It was just a lot until business credit. I learned about that after I started the business. So there was a lot of hiccups involved.
That's big. So what would you say, because there's some aesthetic professionals right now that are practicing under the table because they scared to take that big leap. Like, what would you say to them to get them going?
I would say to them to don't be afraid, be fearful, don't be fearful, be fearless because of the fact that you want to have and run a legit business because you want to be able to have access to grants. You want to have access to capital and funding. So running a legit business would benefit you as a business owner.
So what was that process like for you when you started to understand about capital, grants, loan, credit, all of that? What was that like for you?
It was challenging because I didn't know the steps. It doesn't come with a blueprint.
Facts.
But I utilized a lot of my support that I have because there is support out there for Black entrepreneurs. There's a lot of support out there. It's just a matter of you going out there to seek the support and acquiring the support. But it was a little challenging, but doing a lot of research, a lot of discipline as well. You can make it happen.
What was that first? Which one you got? Which one did you receive first? Was it the credit, the capital, or the grant?
I first got the grant.
Okay. And when you got that, like, what did that unlock for you mentally?
Mentally, it unlocked that my business could go to the next level. And what I did is I didn't run out and purchase a whole bunch of brand new shiny things. Yeah. I invested in more additional education. I invested in more professional skincare to help my clients, because at the end of the day, my business is not ran on based from what I'm doing. It's to provide results for my clients.
That's big. At that moment, did you already go through that shiny object syndrome?
Yes. That was when I first went into business, I felt as though when I went into business, I just wanted to have a beautiful suite with a shiny chandelier, not knowing nothing about business, not knowing anything about business credit. And I made some financial mistakes by running out, buying things without the clients. And I see a lot of new business owners, as far as in the aesthetic industry and beauty industry, I see them fresh out of school, running to open up a suite with zero clientele and purchasing all these brand new machines that they feel as though is going to set them apart or make them popular. And that's just not the protocol. And I learned that the hard way.
That's what I'm about to ask you. Like, how was that for you learning that lesson? You probably took some big losses.
I did. And it left me in debt big time.
And at that moment, that first big moment, like, because a lot, like, I don't know if a lot of entrepreneurs know, it's like once you do get in that debt that first time, it'd be like big debt. It don't be like little bitty debt.
Right.
It'd be like, oh my gosh, how did I get there? You probably a few $100,000 in, and it's like, okay, I gotta get some people through these doors.
Exactly.
Right. So how was that for you mentally, knowing that it's like, okay, I went down this wrong path for a little short period? Like, how was that?
It was very scary. And it put me in a position, it kind of put fire under me to say, okay, now you done got yourself into this mess. Now you have to dig yourself out of it. And one way that I dug myself out of it is I had to go after the clients. Yeah. I had to set myself apart and be different from what all the other estheticians was doing. Because a lot of times you go on social media, everyone looks the same. Yeah. Everyone looks the same. Everyone's doing the same thing. And I had to base my brand on who I was inside, individual. Then that's alone is what set myself apart from everyone else.
Why didn't you throw in the towel?
Because my assignment from God is to help others transform their skin and help them. Because that's what I specialize in, is skin transformation. And that's my assignment. And I'm not giving up on my assignment until I get that word that it's okay, you're done now. And I haven't got that signal yet.
Yes, that's big. A lot of times we don't realize that we are all on a mission.
Yes.
And the people that quit too soon is the ones who be like, man, but it wasn't for me. You didn't give it enough time.
Absolutely.
And most of the time they quit too early. Like, it be just getting started. Like, you just started a week ago, now you quitting this week,
Right.
What was some of the tactics that you did at that time to get through that situation, like marketing tactics?
Marketing tactics. Well, number one is you have to have a strategy.
Yeah.
A strategy is huge. Without a strategy, there's no structure. Okay. And also not relying so much on followers and likes, because followers and likes does not produce income. It doesn't. What does produce income is engaging with the clients or potential clients so much to the point to where they're gonna book that appointment.
Yeah.
That is the whole goal. So that's what I focused on, is focusing on letting the clients see my potential of how I can help them. You always want to let them know that whatever problem they have, you have the solution, and show that by videos of your skin transformation, showing them the process of what a service looks like in your treatment room.
I love that. And the biggest thing is what you're saying is nurturing.
Yes.
Majority of the Black aesthetics that I see do not nurture, right? They say, hey, this lead came in, they didn't buy from me today. Well, I'm on to the next one. Oh, them leads don't work. Oh, them not my people. Huh? Right. They already raised their hand and said they had a problem.
Right.
You just didn't follow up. You just didn't give it enough. And so that is the biggest thing. It's like when you said when you was going through that season, you showed up, followed up, and it paid up.
Well, absolutely. Because follow up is everything.
It's where it's made at.
Yes.
Everybody can do the front end. The people that win are the people that got the systems, the automation, and the power mentally to thrive on the back end. Even when people say, no, get off my phone, cut you out, they're going to say a lot of people, it's the world.
Yeah.
But that visibility is everything. I say likes and views kill self-esteem. Because if you don't get enough likes and views, you think it don't work.
Right.
But you focused on the wrong thing.
That's right.
And so for you, how was systems and all of that helpful for your business?
It was not only helpful for my business, it was helpful for me too, because you want to work smarter, not harder. So the systems was in place because I used to do the old school way. Just, a client would text me and say, hey, I need an appointment. Can you put me in during this time? I had to cut that out because I had to start accepting deposits to secure those appointments. I have made it easy to where clients could just go on my website and book the appointment, make their deposit. So it made things a little bit less difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And also setting those boundaries, not answering calls outside of business hours, putting those systems in place. Also putting financial systems in place where clients could have flexibility with their spending. I accept HSA and FSA. I also accept Afterpay, and they can use Klarna for their products. And I also financing too. So there's a lot of different options out there for my clients.
I love that. And how did content impact the growth of your business?
Because most of my audience and followers see I'm real. I don't try to pretend to be somebody that I'm not. I don't try to act like I'm rich. I don't try to act like I'm famous. I'm just Esty Auntie. I'm just myself. I share transparent moments on my content because I'm human. I go through things too. And I share with my clients that at times, being an entrepreneur it's not easy. And I show them my trials and tribulations, my highs and lows. I share when I have a big win. I let them know that, hey, I'm a human being as well. And I think that's what resonates with them.
I love that. And how did you discover the name Esty Auntie?
It's always been on me because when I went to aesthetic school, I was the oldest in my class. I went to aesthetic school when I'm not going to say the age. No, I'm going to say the age because I'm proud. I went to aesthetic school when I was 40 years old. Hold on.
40 where? Like, no, this is really 40 where? Like, I don't see it at all.
Yes.
That's
I was 40 years old. And all the young ladies in the class were fresh out of high school, young ladies in their 20s. So I was older. I didn't look older. And I kind of nurtured them. So they would give me this name, Auntie. So I just put Esty in front of Auntie because that's where it all started. I nurtured them. I counseled them. I helped them. And Esty Auntie has always been with me, even when I started school.
I love that. Can I ask you a transparent question?
Absolutely.
Did it discourage you at all during those times when you first started, before you got embraced at school going at that time?
Yes.
Break it down.
Because at that time, I was going through a struggle. I was going through a very hard time in my life at that point because I wasn't sure what I was doing. I was a makeup artist. And I'm like, look, you're 40 years old in aesthetic school. What is you doing? But there was a force inside of me that said, keep going. This is your assignment. And I'm like, my assignment for what? And then I kept going. I kept educating myself. I kept learning, and I kept seeing how skin works. And I just loved how I just touch people and I help people.
I love that. And the reason why I asked you that is because I want you to encourage anybody that thinking about it, but might think, oh, it's too late. Oh, talking themselves out of it, making excuses. No, show up and show out.
Absolutely.
Ain't no age to it. Like, you got to go and follow your dreams. And a lot of people don't know that majority of these big Fortune 500, actually 100 companies, most of the owners started in their 50s. Most of them, they did corporate and worked their way up in rankings or whatever it is, and then they started their business. So we be too busy, like, oh, we too old for this now. All of the other ethnicities, they started 50 plus. So it's like, it don't matter if you start at 40, you early. You start at 30, you early. You start at 20, you early. If you start at 50, you early. If you start at 60, you early. If you start at 70, you early. Because it's never too late to go and follow a dream that you have.
No, it's not. As long as you have a day above ground.
Yes.
As long as you have air in your lungs and life during the day, you can. You can.
I love it. If you can shine light on one of your superpowers, what would it be and why?
One of my many superpowers is I am a healer. And I am not just saying that because I think that. I have been told that I am a healer. And I'm a healer by just not touching, but I'm a healer by just shifting someone's entire mindset, because I like to be positive. I like to uplift and educate people on the abundance and importance of self-care and self-love. Self-love is so important. And I just remind anyone I come in contact with that you're special, no matter what you think about yourself, no matter what anybody thinks about you. We all have some type of light inside of us, some inner shine. And that's where my business name comes from, Sparkle and Shine Skincare. Yeah. It's not just about the shine. It's about your inner shine as well. We all have it. And I remind people that you have that inside of you. And it's okay. It's okay to bring it out.
I love that. If you can say one word to a aesthetic professional that might be on the edge of giving up, what would you say to them?
One word is resilience. Resilience. That is the word.
Why?
Because resilience is strength, and we all have it in us, and never give up. You have to continue to go and continue to believe. That is the why. And once you continue to believe in yourself and know what your assignment is and know your why, once you do that, everything else will come all together, all around.
I love that. I want to let you know I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Because you could have made an excuse and not showed up for your mission, for your calling, but you didn't. It don't matter. You didn't let age, mindset, nothing determine what it is that you're going to do. Sometimes we fall short because we overthink. Sometimes we fall short because we worried about how other people are going to judge us or look at us. But you didn't.
Thank you.
And so I just want to commend you for that, to keep going, keep prospering, and keep pointing to people and being your unique self. I think that's a big one.
Thank you.
I want to thank you for tuning in to the Content Aesthetic Show. And the biggest thing I want you to learn from this episode is it's never too late to pivot or to grow. Sometimes we can talk ourselves out of the growth, and we can think about other people, how they going to judge us or how they going to look at us, or if they're going to support us or not, and determine if we should move forward or not. Don't allow that to be you. You never know when your calling is going to call on you. It's probably calling. So just show up. And there's so many people out here that needs your voice, that needs your energy, that needs your impact. So show up for them and make a difference for them. But you can do that by making sure your business is seen and heard. I'm Dontel Antonio, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the Content Aesthetic Show.